Bubba wanted to go to school. Is my camera all right? I think that's okay. It's the WickerShire Project Unleashed. Go cry about it. That dingle, dingle, dingle.
Good morning, WickerSharians.
Hope everyone is doing well. We're starting to creep up to our second week of the new year here in 2023, and my truck is not back. Bubba wanted to go to school. So yesterday morning, I forgot to feed the goat when I got up and out of bed, and about 5 minutes after we got to the bus stop, somehow the goat managed to make his way up there. How did I know it was my goat? Because I know the bell sound, that dingle, dingle, dingle. Apparently he doesn't love me as much as he loves the kids. Once they got on the bus and the bus took them away, it was very upset doing that goat cry that they do, that. After the bus went by, he kind of forgot about the kids, as goats do. They have a very short memory. What's awesome about him is he'll follow us. So I guess I'm the head goat. I'm the goat. As I turn and I walk back down towards the house, and it's a long walk. It really is. He followed me all the way back, not a problem. Our neighbor Charles has female goats, and our goat is a male. I thought we were going to lose him once we got by Charles's place. We made fantastic solar power yesterday and pulled in over 8 kilowatts. We all got to shower and use the microwave and the air fryer. We were just having a blast with it. And then I realized that it went from 55% full down to about 40 really quick. You know, that's abusing the electric power that we got. I don't make the greatest of decisions. So after we used said devices in the house and beat on the battery a little bit, I looked at the forecast, and there you go. We have a cloudy day following, and we're probably pulling in just a few hundred watts. And I'm okay with that because any power coming in is power that we didn't have before. So on a larger note, always oversize your solar system and really get close to maxing out your solar charge controller. Make sure those charge controllers are MPPT. Most of those charge controllers come and they're auto detect, or you can preset them to whatever, or you can buy them specifically to the voltage you need. John asked me if he could squeeze my chickens, and I was all for it. I was like, yeah. I was ready to get the camera. I was like, you want to squeeze some chickens? I'll put you on the bloopers for that one. He told me they sold him a 1 1/4 inch piping. The guy said, the inspector said, it's going to be 2-inch piping. So be careful if you're doing this kind of thing. This time of year, it rains quite often, and that fills up our little duck pond, and I got to dump it out every week because she poops in it. There was a period of a few days where it didn't rain, and our duck didn't have a place to go wash, and she was as muddy as my 10-year-old. John wanted to come up and squeeze my chickens, and that struck me a little funny. I thought he was just goofing with me. He was being serious, and he had the electric company come, and he rushed back here from going shopping without his food. And he needed some eggs this morning. I gave him half a dozen. He only needed 3. At least you got some backup eggs. They don't go bad. They last quite a while. And the reason I did that is because A, I can share. I have the ability to. If you didn't know, chickens lay less eggs in the winter. So the shorter the light is, per day, if they're getting less light from outside here, chickens will drop less eggs. There's a whole mess of tarping over there. So there's one here for shading. One over the goat pen when he was sleeping inside there in the summertime, and he's destroyed that already. It's right about there. There's a full-size tarp running the whole length, and that's a wind block. We get 90% of our wind from the south. It'll hit that. It gets dispersed around the run. That duck and all those chickens are eyeballing me, and they're mad. If you plan on having animals, they're up before you are. As soon as you get out that door and have your coffee, head down and let them out. Even if you can't feed them right away, just let them out. Speaking of that, let me go do that real quick. So I let them out. They know that I didn't feed them. They took one look, and they're heading up to go peck at the door to let Sharon know that they're hungry for breakfast. I refuse to feed them at the front of the house. They keep pooping on my stairs. I'm going to feed them inside the run because that's where they belong fed. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, girl. Mission accomplished. Duck followed me. Feed them where they're supposed to be fed. Don't change their eating habits or where they eat at, unless you need to move them. And if you're going to do that, you can train them with a cup or a bucket of feed and shake it. And let them familiarize themselves with that sound as, you know, the dinner call and to follow you. So after John asked me about those eggs, that he immediately wants to hire someone to help him put up the insulation. Because we're neighbors and he helps us out so much, I offered to help him do that. So I'm going to help John insulate his tiny home or his cabin. He also mentioned, he's like, he wasn't sure, he's like, maybe I'll do spray foam. But he's already got the insulation there, so why spend the extra money? I hate insulation. The fiberglass stuff, I don't like it. I love some open cell spray foam. But why waste a resource if he has it? So that should be coming up in the next couple of days. I'm going to go help him stuff the insulation into his walls and come home, you know, doing the whole... that's pretty much the only thing I'm afraid of is the insulation itch. When I was a little kid, I've fallen into a big batch of that Pink Panther stuff, and I remember the horror of how much that itches and burns. Well, we got one, and that's a good start. Just washing in some rainwater outside, and you guys might be saying, "Oh, that's gross, you washing chicken eggs in dirty rainwater outside." I mean, it's, what do you think our ancestors did? You know, there weren't filtration systems back then. Yeah, there's also the Black Plague. But do you remember where this thing came out of? Huh? Do you remember where this originated from? Where this egg was about 2 hours ago? Yeah, if you know where this egg came from, washing in a little bit of outside rainwater is an improvement. My dull chainsaw, I gotta learn how to sharpen the blades on that. But I gotta get to work and chop that up. We're gonna use that for cooking and firewood and whatever. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll get back to you within 48 hours. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye. He followed us the whole way back. Followed us. Followed me. We got shadow today. It's and there you go. We have heavy shading. Shading? Shadow? And we're probably pulling edges. We made fantastic solar power yesterday. Pulled in over Kate. I'm just gonna have to do some research. I wanted to ask a few people. I want to get my subscribers. I want to get my subscribers. I got those coffee burps. Gotta get something in me. Oh, I forgot to check for eggs. Yeah, better that than me. I'm gonna go in and check on the eggs. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm just gonna live in that thing. Yeah, cool. It's like a penthouse in there.